In the news, President BOLA TINUBU plans low-key 72nd birthday over recent killings of army officials and hardship in the country. Governor ZULUM subsidized petrol pump price to 500 naira per litre against the market price of 730 naira. Russia court charges 4 men with act of terrorism attack on Moscow concert hall, killing at least 137 people. And in sport, Nigeria finished second as the 13th edition of the African Games, which officially began March 8, ends. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluence state of Nigeria. I am Abiodun Sadiq. The presidency has said that this 72nd birthday of President BOLA TINUBU on March 29 will be low-key. The presidency revealed this in a statement signed by TINUBU's Special Advisor of Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. The statement was titled President TINUBU's 72nd birthday on March 29, 2024. Onanuga premised the low-key celebration on the recent killing of the army officials and policemen in Delta State and the current spate of insecurity nationwide. He said TINUBU, who turned 72nd March 29, would customarily mark the auspicious occasion with family members, friends, and associates to celebrate him in different ways. Although the president appreciates the gallantry of the armed forces in freeing the children kidnapped in Kuruga, Kaduna State, and in Sokoto State, the president said he would use the opportunity of his birthday to reflect and rededicate himself to the task of building a more stable, more secure, very prosperous, and united Nigeria. Onanuga noted that the president appreciated the honor of being the leader of Africa's leading nations at this time and has been working very hard to make life better for the generality of the people. As part of efforts at introducing programs in the medical science at the Confluence University of Science and Technology, OSARA, the accreditation team of the National University Commission, NUC, has visited the reference hospital Okene on resource verification. The team inspected various departments and segments of the hospital as the Chief Medical Director of the hospital, Professor Solomon Avidemi, led them on the facility tour. The visit to Reference Hospital Okene was important as the hospital is expected to serve as the teaching hospital for medical students of CUSTECH. Our reporter, Joshua Adinoye, has the details.
From one department to another, the NUC team patiently went around the hospital to ensure the requirement for it to serve as a teaching hospital is met before accreditation.
Here we maintain 24 hours power supply. We have dedicated generators. Even everywhere don't have lights. This must have power.
Anyway, you still need extra after residency.
Exactly. Exactly.
Some of the team members, Professor Samuel Obafemi Olaleye, a physiologist from the University of Ibadan, and Professor Isiaku Yarebi, a physiologist from Bayero University, Kano, while speaking after the inspection, expressed satisfaction with the level of equipment at the hospital, stating that there was room for improvement.
Confluence University, they have proposed to start programs in the basic medical sciences and some other courses in their medical program, leading finally to the medical program later. And we have come to look at the facility at the reference hospital in Okene. To be honest, I'm impressed with what I've seen in terms of the facilities that we have. What is required is the training component. That's they are ready to take in students for training. they have the facilities and they have room for improvement. Like we inspected facilities for classrooms and some of these other things. The students are not there, so they will have to improve on those facilities. But really, there are some facilities we have seen here that are actually not in other places in the country, and that is commendable.
We're here to look at the facilities in the hospital that needs to be put in place in order to kickstart training of certain specialists in the health sector and subsequently in medicine. So we are taken around by the management of the hospital. We went and saw, and I'm happy with what I've seen. There is one particular facility that I've seen in the hospital that I've not seen in any other hospital in Nigeria, which is the hyperbaric chamber. Hyperbaric chamber is really very important. There are several other things that we need to see. We are just starting to look at the hospital now. We are going to the university campus. There are so many other things in the requirements of the NUC that we have to see and assess. So it's too early to say. But so far, for the hospital, I think it's a pretty good start.
The Chief Medical Director, Reference Hospital Okene, Professor Solomon Avedeme, appreciated the team for the visit, saying that they were interested in the progress of CUSTECH or SARA and will render all the needed assistance to ensure her success and likewise contribute to the number of qualified doctors to be produced in the country.
And we are glad to receive member of team of the NUC and KOGI State Conference of Science and Technology here for an accreditation exercise. The university want to establish anatomy, physiology, they also want to establish nursing sciences and laboratory sciences, and we are taking them around the facility. And I can tell you confidently that they are impressed with what they have seen, even though there are missing gaps, but they are minor and we can always put them together, working with the university. So I can say that we are glad that it's beginning to take shape, and then here we begin to train medical doctors in this facility, and that will add to the number of doctors we have in Nigeria. So we are glad that this has come to today. The university and the institute will continue to collaborate in terms of training and research. So we are glad that they came, and then they are satisfied having conducted them.
He assured that the observations of NUC team will be properly taken into consideration to enable them achieve the goal of creating room for more competent hands to be trained in the medical profession. The team from the Confluence University of Science and Technology, or SARA, was led by the Director of Academic Planning, Pharmacist Mohammed Audu. From the Reference Hospital Okene, I am Joshua Adinoy reporting for MLC TV.
The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, has called for a total ban on the importation of needles and syringes to encourage local production and help to grow the nation's economy. Alausa stated this during his visit to the Afrimedical Manufacturing and Supplies Limited syringe factory in Ogun State. The minister reaffirmed the determination of the federal government to provide the necessary support to the local manufacturing sector to enhance its contribution to the gross domestic product. Alausa also implored NAFDAC to ensure the unbridled importation of syringes did not hamper the development of the local industry through unhealthy competition. Alausa visited the factory with the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Uzo Anite, the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, the United Nations Deputy Secretary General, among others. Petrol pump price has been subsidized to 500 naira per litre against the market price of 730 naira by Borno State Governor Babangana ZULUM for farmers in Damasak, northern part of the state, to boost dry season farming. The governor also unveiled a 90 horsepower capacity solar irrigation pump station in Damasak during his visit to the town at the weekend. ZULUM explained that his administration was shifting its focus from continuous food distribution to empowering farming activities in the state. The governor noted that 1 million liters of petrol will be provided for farmers under the scheme, which will be available in all the local government areas of the state. While in Damasak, Governor ZULUM also distributed fertilizer. Governor ZULUM also distributed fertilizers, solar and petrol-powered water pumping machines with accessories and agrochemical for farmers in 2 local government areas. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Education and Associated Institutions (NASU) and the Senior Staff Association of Universities has announced the suspension of the 7-day warning strike embarked by the 2 unions since March 18. This announcement is contained in a release jointly signed by Prince Peters Adeyemi, the General Secretary, and Comrade Muhammad Ibrahim, the President of SANU, which was made available to the Education Writers Association of Nigeria. The warning strike, according to the JAC statement, terminates at 12 a.m. midnight on March 24th. And on politics, ahead of the April 15 governorship primary of the All Progressive Congress in Ondo State, the Wale Akintenrinwa campaign organization alleged that the destruction of its billboards by thugs suspected to be supporters of Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. Both Ayedatiwa and Akintenrinwa are among the APC governorship aspirants in Ondo State. In a statement on Sunday by its spokesperson Segun Ajiboye, the Wale Akintenrinwa campaign organization called on Ayedatiwa to rein in his supporters and cautioned them against further destruction of Akintenrinwa's billboards. However, the Lucky Ayedatiwa campaign organization Foot Soldiers, through its director of publicity Kayode Faswa, denied the allegation, describing it as falsehood and a plot to drag the name of the governor in the mud. The Labour Party LP has reportedly announced a fresh schedule for its upcoming national convention. It was gathered that the parties had scheduled to hold its national convention on 27th March at the International Conference Center, Umuahia, Abia State. However, reports have emerged that the party has decided to relocate its planned national convention to Nnewi, Anambra State, due to concern of potential disruption. A high-ranking party official who spoke to journalists about the latest developments said the convention could not take place in Abuja due to concern about potential disruption by the obedients. The obedients were equally adamant that the convention should be held in Anambra as a tribute to Peter Obi, the party's presidential candidate for the 2023 election. The National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Obiora Ifo, confirmed to newsmen that the venue change was not motivated by the fear of disruption. This marks the second time the party has altered the convention location. It was originally scheduled for March 27th in Benin City, Edo State. It was later moved to Umuahia, the capital of Abia State, and now it will be held in Nnewi, Anambra State. We go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
Conventionally, elderly has been defined as the chronic age of 65 years old or older. It was also a general belief that elders know more of the past and can easily guide the younger generation through the present and the future. We also know that history allows us to learn from the successes and failures of the past. By studying historical events, individuals, and societies, we can gain a deeper understanding of the consequences of various actions and decisions, helping us to make wiser choices in the present and the future. The study of history is essential to understanding how and why we got to where we are, either as an individual or as a society. That's why Malachi TV presents to you senior citizen outcome to be able to know why we are where we are now and understand why we need history to guide us into the future. Studying history is more than knowing the date and day of significant happenings. Also, listening to those with knowledge will do us better. When we listen to elders, it provides a personal opportunity to exercise our imagination, to understand life in another dimension, place and culture, as well help us to understand the world as it exists now. I am Avoy Nwogu. I will be your guide on this program, Senior Citizen Anchor, a program where we'll have the elders as our guests to engage, motivate, and to educate us. Coming soon.
Welcome back. And now on the foreign scene. Russia has charged 4 men, it says, attacked a Moscow concert hall and killed at least 137 people. 3 were marched bent double into a Moscow court, while the 4th was in a wheelchair. All were charged with committing an act of terrorism. All appear to have been beaten. Videos of brutal interrogation sessions were apparently linked by Russian security forces, and reports suggest at least one has suffered electric shocks. All were held in a glass-paneled booth and guarded by masked police during their time in court. A court statement on the Telegram messaging service said Mazovi had admitted his guilt in full, while Rakabalzoda also admitted guilt. All 4 are to be held in pre-trial detention until at least 22 May, the court added. The Constitutional Council in Chad has approved 10 candidates for the upcoming presidential election, including the country's interim president, General Mahamat Idris Deby. The poll is scheduled for 6 May as part of a transition to democracy. Deby initially promised an 18-month transition after he seized power in 2021, following the death of his father. But he later postponed the elections until this year, triggering protests that were violently suppressed by the security forces. The candidate list also includes Sosis Massar, the opposition leader who was appointed Prime Minister of the transitional government in January. 10 other candidates have been barred from contesting due to irregularities in their applications. Now on sports. Gil Reyna and Tyler Adams scored as the United States beat Mexico 2-0 in Sunday's CONCACAF National League final, giving the Americans all 3 titles in the event history. Adams scored a long-distance screamer in the 45th minute, and Reyna fired home a loose ball from the edge of the box in the 63rd for the USA, who also won Nations League crowns in 2021 and 2023. The Americans won both prior CONCACAF Nations League crowns, beating Mexico 3-2 in extra time in the 2021 inaugural championship match, and Canada 2-0 in last year's final after departing Mexico 3-0 in last year's semi-finals. An eye-catching closing ceremony brings to an end the African Games in Ghana on Saturday after the eventful 16 days in Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast. The event ended with a parade of all the participating countries' flags, while music from Nigerian hip-hop star Tiwa Savage was played from the sound system, much to the delight of the crowd. On the final day of the competition, perennial champions Egypt claimed 2 more gold to take their gold medal to 101 to once again claim the top spot at the Continental Sports Showpiece event. The 13th edition of the African Games, which officially began March 8, will be remembered for sporting excellence. Egypt emerged winners of the event with 189 medals, while Nigeria finished in second position with 47 gold, 33 silver, and 40 bronze to claim a total of 120 medals. South Africa occupied the 3rd spot with 106 medals, as Algeria ranked the 4th best country at the event in Ghana with 114 medals. Tunisia completed the top 5 with 87 medals, while Ghana, despite a poor start to the event, finished in 6th position. Morocco, Ethiopia, Mauritius, and Kenya complete the top 10 spots in that order. Of the 54 countries in Africa, 53 were in attendance, with only Cape Verde absent from the 13th edition of the Games. And that is the size of our news package. Do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook channel, MLC TV, MLC TV2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ibiro Vabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021, X handle Malachi TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comment, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere and informing everyone. Be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society. I am Abiodun Sadiq. Thanks for watching.